Hey everybody, it's me, Edith Mary. I'm all by myself tonight because Della is on vacation. So I've got a different setup here. I'm trying something new and it's not working as well as I would like it to. So uh, I ran across some information today about doing a podcast. And um, that's why I'm, again, with the table shaking. That's me, not spirit. So that's why I'm trying something new. So I've got my laptop set up to also record, but um, it's not liking the lighting. So that's why it's dark in the room instead of normal. So I've got to figure it out. I should have figured it out before 15 minutes ago, but I didn't. So, oh well. When Della we'll practice. We'll practice with this. So that hopefully by the time Della gets back, I will have it all figured out. And, oops, I dropped some. Excuse me 1 second while I try and retrieve my cards in the dark. Okay, so the two that fell out were Strength and the King of, hey Brenda, yes I did. I have a great new year. The King of Wands, which are probably significant for what I'm trying to do this evening, which is brand new to me. Because I also, with the podcast, all I need is the audio, but I figured I might as well just record the video and audio too. So that's why I'm doing it on the computer as well, on my laptop as well. So, thank you, Brenda. I hope you had a good one too. I had a nice quiet one, because Della was in Iowa visiting the other son. The other son lives here and the other son lives over there in Iowa. So she's visiting one in Iowa right now. So I had a very quiet New Year's. I was even in bed before 12 o'clock, I believe. Yeah, my days of party and hearty are gone. Um, excuse me just a second. Sorry. Need my water. Hi, Katu. How are you? What this show is about is talking to spirit, talking to your departed loved ones on the other side, talking with your spirit guides if they're the ones that choose. Happy New Year to you too, Kitu. Talking with your spirit guides should they choose to speak tonight or any night. Sometimes we hear them loud and clear, and most times we don't. Hey, birdie. And sometimes we don't, because sometimes we're not paying attention. So that's what this show is about, is talking to, being the sort of like the mediator or the negotiator between you and your departed loved ones. Plus, I also do mini readings, and you're only going to get one tonight because Della isn't here. And Happy New Year to you too, Birdie. Hopefully she's watching from Iowa, but I doubt it. She's probably having a great time with the grandkids. So, having said all that, does anybody have any questions to start out with? Because what I was going to do, hi Teresa, what I was going to do is talk a little bit about affirmations and how we use them, why we use them, and go from there. I use affirmations on a daily basis to, if anybody sees anything behind me, let me know, because this is kind of weird, the way I have things set up. I couldn't even get the light stretched out correctly tonight, the ring light that I have. Affirmations are simply statements of how you choose to be. For instance, I'm working on lowering my volume level on my voice because I know I've always been told my whole life I was too loud, which actually just leads to being obnoxious as well. So I'm trying to use my inside voice all the time. So one of my affirmations for myself is now, Um, I always remember to talk softly. And so far it's working. Um, I'm hoping I'm not too loud. If you can, turn the sound down. Um, so that's one way to use. I will continue to use that affirmation until it becomes second nature to me to speak in a lower tone of voice, so that I'm not so loud and obnoxious to people. And you can also use it for being more psychic, being more connected with your spirit guides, being more aware, developing new habits, getting rid of old habits. Um, Anybody who went to a unity church understands about affirmations because they're used a lot in the unity church. And things like I am unstoppable, I am prosperous, I am unbeatable are very famous and short ones from the unity church. Catherine Ponder also does a lot of affirmations for prosperity and abundance and getting that right and perfect job and making sure that you it's a way of keeping yourself in line, especially if you talk into the mirror and look yourself in the eye while you're saying them. It makes a huge impact. They don't work overnight, but they do work as long as you remember to do them. Excuse me. It does take diligence and self-discipline to be able to do them on a daily basis. One of the times I love to do, especially prosperity affirmations, is when I'm in the car. Because for one, it takes my mind off of the other drivers out there. And for two, it keeps my mind busy on being prosperous and being fruitful and being a better person, being the kind of person I'd truly like to be. So anytime, obviously you're not going to want to do this in the bathroom at the shopping mall, but you can do it in the bathroom at your house. Sorry, I found a toy to busy my hands with. Della wound up in the emergency room before she left, and this is her wristband that subsequently got cut off of her. No, we didn't take off her wrist in the process. So, nobody has any questions yet? You're just going to listen to me ramble on, will you? Which is okay. I've got plenty of things to talk about. Affirmations have been around. Prayer, any prayers is a form of an affirmation and of a state of being. This is the state that you're trying to achieve. Many people have changed their lives through affirmations. I am statements are perfect affirmations because those were actually given to us in the Bible from the great I am. Well, we are from the I am, so we are ourselves. So I am wealthy, I am beautiful, I am vibrant, I am powerful, I am wealthy. All of those statements put forth out into the universe the stuff, the way that you would like to be. Does that make sense? Does anybody have any questions? I'm not the queen of crafting them, but if you need help, just private message me and I will help you with any affirmations that you possibly need, especially considering it's right here at the new year and we are, as we are moving forward. It's a good idea to tell the universe what you want to be. And the I am statements are a good way of doing that. So, does anybody have any questions or you're just waiting to hear from loved ones? If you're just waiting to hear from loved ones and you don't care what I have to say, it's fine with me, I don't care. You need to tell me what their name is. And hopefully when they pass, because that helps me get in touch with that vibrational energy. And I am by myself, so I'm the only one reading the statements tonight. And since Stephen, you reached him last week. Oh, yes, I remember. Sort of. Two things about being psychic and remembering. One, I have fibromyalgia, and fibromyalgia messes with your short-term memory. And two, as a psychic, it's not for me to remember what I've said or not said or who I talked to or didn't talk to. That's If you need to, take notes, especially because that goes a long way to helping refresh my memory. So, Stephen, I'm assuming his last name is Tate. Stephen, are you here to talk to your mom, Brenda? Um, he's not coming through this week. I'm getting the impression something is here, or someone is here. Um, I'm not exactly sure what it is or who it is. I don't, Stephen Gwynn. He's not with me, he's with you. So if you just quiet your mind a second and ask him to talk with you, probably something different will happen in the house, if that makes any sense. Or happen. Oh, that's right. I said did I not say that it was the curtains? Yeah, thank you, Brenda. Um, that there was something odd about the curtains. I know what might help. Hold on just one second. So, yeah, Stephen isn't here with me. There we, all right, we'll go with that. Okay, that actually might be a little better, uh, lighting wise. Now I've got the bright idea to do this. Ta-da! Okay, I'm a genius. Um, so Stephen, can you do something to let your mom know that you're there, please? And who is this here? I'm getting the impression it's a small child that's here. Is there anyone watching who would have had a small child pass or had a miscarriage? Sorry, I just poked myself. Um, so if that rings familiar with someone, that's great. If not, it would be, hello, someone for me. I mean, or someone who has, this is Monster Kitty Clarence. This is Clarence. He's my youngest. See, look at that face. How could you not love that face? Um, the small child might be here for someone who hasn't shown up yet, or might be more for me later. So I don't know. I've never had a child or a miscarriage, so um, not sure what she's here for. Anybody else? Hey Debbie, how are you? You did, Kitu. Okay. Okay, well then that might explain. No, this is from this life. It's okay. Kitu, I'm getting the impression that it was a little girl. And she is here to let you know she is okay, and um, that I don't doubt, Bertie. And that you don't. It wasn't your fault. She wasn't supposed to be born now. Does that make sense, Kitu? Yes, Brenda. He's like 15 pounds. And when he jumps on you in the middle of the night, you're definitely awake. And yes, he is. He's got heart-shaped cow spots on his back. He's just very precious and a menace to people and other. He's a menace to Oscar. Him and Oscar don't really seem to like each other all that much. Oscar is the orange flash that's is Della's owner, because you don't own animals; they own you. Um, and yes, he goes 15 pounds now. That actually, um, I'm very sorry, Kitu. I can't imagine the kind of pain that is when you miscarry and lose a child. I can't imagine the kind of pain, even on a grown child, let alone a small one. Um, and I'm very sorry for that. That is not something anyone should need to go through. But she does want you to know that she's here. She visits now and again, and it's okay. She just wasn't her time to be born. She wasn't supposed to be here yet. Um, as a matter of fact, she probably won't be with you this lifetime, but next, if that makes any sense. Um, so, did you have a name for her? Ooh, I've got the big chin if I lift my head. Don't do that. um, Believe me, I'm not hooked up on vanity at all. It's just the angle everything is at tonight is all different, and I didn't start setting things up until way too late. So, does anyone have anyone that they want to call forward? Because I know it's only four of us tonight, or so far, it's only four people watching. And we have discovered through watching other live videos and some people that I follow that there's about a 10-second delay between what I say and what you hear. So that's why it seems to sometimes be um, that I'm saying nothing is because I'm waiting for you to respond. Um, oh, okay. Well, that might explain some of that. It's still a scar that never goes away, no matter what. So, does anybody have anything else? Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Is Miss Martha Goins coming through for Birdie? It's always nice when we can connect with our mamas, no matter how old we are. We never outgrow our need for them. Okay, just a second, Kitu. Please tell me their names and when they passed. So, Miss Martha, are you here? I'm here, and of course I'm here. Kind of like where else would I be? So, yeah, she's coming through for you. She's there a lot. You probably feel her a lot. You just don't necessarily. Sometimes it's becomes so commonplace we just don't always notice it the way we should. Um, or like we used to when we were when it was fresh. So, um, Miss Martha, do you have a message for Birdie? She said to watch out, but watch out for what? Uh, if I remember rightly, did I warn you about a fall once before? She said, I'm seeing you with a cane and the cane slipping out from underneath you. And that's what she's telling me, is she's showing me that cane again. And I know they can get terrible ice storms there, especially this coming into this time of year. So that's kind of like I hate to give those, but that's what she's telling me is watch out. So don't go sliding around the parking lots anywhere. Not good. Kitu, your mother or grandmother, give me a name and when they passed so I can more easily reach them for you. Um, would Willa or Lula May be here? I'm seeing some root work happening. Um, would that be fair to say, Kitu, that your mother or your grandmother or both did root work? In which case, they're doing it on the other side for you. They're trying to still to help you still, because uh, 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 that this is going to sound kind of weird, Kitu, and I'm not. They're waiting for you because the three of you need to get back together because you formed a very powerful trio. I'm not saying you're going to die anytime soon. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying they're waiting for you because the three of you will come back together next time, like maybe as sisters. Um, ah, ooh, there it is. Sorry, my computer just sort of went to sleep there for a second. Excuse me. You're more than welcome, Birdie, and we always miss our moms, no matter what. Um, so, Kitty, if you could confirm that or not, that's just what I'm seeing is you're just the next line, your next heritage line. Unfortunately, you never had any daughter. I seem to only remember sons for you. And they're saying that if there's no daughter, it will stop with you. Unless you pass on that root work knowledge. Is that making sense? Because it kind of does and kind of doesn't to me. Now, I understand what root work is. So, um, yeah. Um, yeah, they're waiting for you. I mean, you're not going to die anytime soon, but they're going to hang out on the other side so the three of you can be born together. It wouldn't surprise me if the three of you were born as triplets. And so you've got a lot of work to do, and they're just waiting. But in the meantime, they're also doing work for you on the other side. So, yay, that was good confirmation. Anybody else? That's too young to be losing your mom. Well, you're just too young to be you losing their mom, but they are mortal, same as we are. What is root work? Root work is done by people who work with the natural elements, who work with herbs, and um, for lack of a better term, and Kitty, please correct me if I'm wrong, but this is my understanding, is that for lack of a better term, it would be like voodoo, but not the bad voodoo. This is doing more like love spells and prosperity spells, and a kitchen witch would be, from the Wiccan perspective, would be what someone who does root work is. I mean, it gets a lot deeper than that, and obviously there's light and dark and everything. But I also happen to know Kitude. I don't think there's a mean bone in her body. Good, you should. Root work also has a lot of um, shoot, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. Thank you, darling. I try to be. Can you tell me when my son Stephen Gwynn will come back to us? Not for a while. He's kind of volunteering to be a family guide. So he's going to be with whomever in the family that needs him for a while. And then he'll switch to the next one that needs him. Then he'll switch, sort of like a protector, a guardian angel kind of protector. Hey, Lucy. Hey, Darlene. Uh, I was watching that video with you and your significant other, and I'm thinking, when are you guys going to get married? You just belong together. Anyway, never mind. Stephen Gwynn. He failed to live long enough to learn what he needed to learn. So he's spending more time on the other side healing. He is spending more time um, learning how to teach these lessons and learning how to teach the living. That's what I'm hearing. It makes no sense. I mean, it does make sense, but sometimes what comes out of my mouth is a bit surprising. And I'm going to be jiggling the camera here for just a second, trying to get... Oh, it's a little crooked. Oh, well. So am I. So Stephen won't be back for a while. And that's okay. He doesn't need to be. And you guys don't need him now. You need to learn what life is like without him. And so I know that sounds bitter and harsh, but we all have to make those adjustments. We all have to learn to live without someone at some point in our lives. We just simply have to go on. And so the dependence that some people in the family felt towards Stephen is still strong, which is why he's still on the other side, because he can do more on the other side than if he becomes reborn. And he's waiting for his contemporaries anyway. We tend to be in this system, from what I understand from my teaching. We all tend to be born. The 60-year-olds all tend to be born together. The 50-year-olds all tend to be born together. Family members are recycled time and time again. And so he probably wouldn't come back anyway until his contemporary brothers, sisters, cousins, all that kind of stuff were ready to also come back. Because there's that group consciousness that he's still a part of, but from the other side, and those that have gone before him. So it's weird, and there's so many layers. But he won't be back for a while. You won't, in the flesh, in physical form, he won't be back for a while. But he is protecting you guys from the other side. He is doing what he can to help you stay safe, help you learn, help you grow. And he's just on the side. I'm sorry. My blue light filter just kicked in. Oh, it must be 8 o'clock. So, excuse me. So I hope that makes sense to you. Brenda says, my daughter and grandson has one of his puppies. Otis the dog looks at us sometimes like he's trying to tell us something. Otis is probably seeing something you can't see, and he's wondering why you can't see it. Be right with you, darling. My cats will do that every now and again. They'll look behind me at something back here, and it's very disturbing when they do, because you're looking like, I don't see it, but they do. So it could be that he's seeing Stephen. It could be that they're seeing other angels and other entities that are around you. So take that as a good thing. It's just unseen forces are having its presence known, and Otis is the only one that can see him. So that's probably what he's trying to tell you, is that there's someone in the house, Mom. Um, Arlene, are you sure? And yes, you can. Both. You can remove it and it can be reversed. It just depends on what the curse is, who put it on there, why. Has there been karma paid? Has it just been someone nasty? Be right there, Brenda. And so, um, private message me. We'll deal with that one, not in this format. Um, I'm, Stop it! Oh, God. Clarence is at Oscar again. Sorry. That this is not the place for that. I need to get more in depth with you. So please private message me. We'll talk. You can even call me. Private message. I'll send you my phone number. We'll talk. Brenda, his step grandfather passed. It was really hurt Stephen badly. His name was Troy Richardson. Yes, it does hurt when our loved ones go away, because they go someplace we don't have access to them, and it hurts. It's unfair. It's the ultimate abandonment when someone dies. It's one of those things in life that we learn coping skills to deal with it. We go to therapy to deal with it. We find ways to eliminate that kind of pain, or at least learn how to deal with it when it comes. Because sometimes it comes unexpectedly when you're doing the most. You're welcome, sweetie. When someone's presence and memory from the other side can come quite dramatically when you're in the middle of just washing dishes, and it becomes overwhelming. What that really is, when it feels overwhelming, they're hugging you. They're letting you know, I'm here. I still love you. I haven't gone anywhere. You're important to me. Um, okay, Lucy, also, we will talk. Um, so when that happens, just take a deep breath and say, I love you too. And embrace the love for what it is and how it is given to you. It's a little creepy, to say the least. It's a little creepy. Sometimes, if you're not ready for it, it can scare you too. So just remember that when you get that feeling, it's not always a bad thing that's happening. It's they're just letting you know they're there. They're letting you love it. They're trying to love you. Okay, Lucy, my question is this a different one from the last time? And you're not going to use your mind to stop it. We'll take care of it, between the two of us or with Monica's help. It's okay. We'll take care of it. Don't give it more power than it deserves. When people place spells on you or they make your life a living hell, we tend to give them more energy. We tend to give them more energy and more power in our lives, and that's just serving their purpose. So sometimes just talk to the hand, go away, I'm not dealing with you, and shove them in the corner, metaphorically or whatever, or actually, is and removing yourself from their energy helps. So Lucy, we'll deal with all that. Joe, are you here for Birdie? Okay, I heard. Hang in there, darling, and I'll get a second. Uh, there was a great love he had for you, and I don't know if you knew that. I don't know if you knew how deeply he loved you. Yeah, I'm aware of that one, Lucy. Same here. So, so Joe is yeah, he hangs around. He's not going anywhere for a while, unless you tell him to go away. And I know I have cat hair all over me. I know we talked about that, but I don't really think he went anywhere. And I also kind of like don't think you wanted him to go anywhere, even though you said you did. Um, oh, hello, Oscar. Hello. All right, keep walking, keep walking. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Oscar. I really appreciate that. Oh, Oscar knocked out the video. Thank you, sweetie. I'm sorry. Anyway, that was a good thought, wasn't it? So it wasn't supposed to happen this time. I have to wait till Della gets back. Um, thank you, because we haven't talked in a while, Lucy. Does that help you, Bertie? Um, Brenda, and Brenda too, actually, because you're both having kind of the same issues. Darlene's father. Oh, sorry, you've gotten to. I have to do this. I have to because it's in. Yes, that is in the seeing people in the rearview mirror. Yes, that is quite common. Um, it's almost like just a flash, or you see them in mirrors, in the most unexpected places, out of the corner of your eye in the rearview mirror. Um, and let me roll back so I can see down. Oh. Can you tell me, darling, what your father's name is, please, and when he passed? I know you do, Bertie. I know you miss him an awful lot, but just remember that he's there even when you think he's not. He's there, and love never ever dies. Um, so sorry for the growling. That's Oscar. She's upset because there is someone sitting at her food dish. We have a great deal of angst over the food dish. My cats eat out of any dish. They don't really care. Oscar doesn't want anybody eating out of her food dish. My cats are like, oh well. Good, I'm glad. So, I'm hoping. Okay, so I'm waiting for an answer from Darlene. Um, Hi, Mitchell. How are you? It's been a while since we've seen you. Um, so does anybody else have anyone that they would like to hear from, or considering? Oh, that video's all gone. Um, so I don't know how long we've been on. Um, so if anyone wants to talk with someone, it's 8:09, so we've been on about an hour, or I can go straight to the mini readings. It's up to you. Whatever it is you'd like me to do. Albert, June of 2015. Albert, if you're here, if you're still available, um, I don't know why I started to ask that, because that's too soon for them to have gone anywhere. However, well, good, Mitchell. I'm glad you're doing okay. Um, yeah, that's not uncommon, Brenda. So Albert, I want to say he's not crossed back over into this life. He's still on the other side, but he's in school. A lot of times, when they cross over to the other side, they either still have things they have to learn, or things they have to learn to do, or in order to ascend to the next level so that they can return. And yes, Birdie. And so um, I want to say he's not Albert isn't around as much because he's working. He's going to school, he's learning, and he's working. But he comes back when he can, if that makes any sense. But he also, okay, I'm also hearing she's going to be just fine without me. There you have it. He said he gave you the tools you had. Yes, Lucy. We're doing Birdie first, then Lucy. He said that he gave you the tools to take care of yourself. Is Nancy Billings he's still here? Is Nancy Billings available to come and talk to Brenda? Doesn't mean she doesn't want to. It means she's not available. They're not telling me why she's not available. I don't know. Okay. Sometimes I wish I knew what I was doing. But, Brenda, if we could try next week, that would be awesome. Because that's kind of what I heard was later. Okay, so. Okay. Birdie. Do not be alarmed at the death card. Okay. Over here, we'll show it to the other camera. Because the death card is only about transformation. It's going from one state of being to another. It is ascending. It is, you're welcome, Kitty. Thank you. It's literally transforming from the horrible guy to the nice guy, transforming from sometimes one house to another, from a greater understanding of the way things were. So then we have the King of Wands, which is King of Wands. Yes, no, yes, it is. Wands are about creativity, the creative force, and having all the resources. Considering it's a king, then you're at a greater command of those resources than you realize. And then, Birdie, your last one is patience. This is a gardener or groundskeeper waiting for his harvest to come in. So the little story that this one's going to, there's no Della to give you her side of it. So you're just going to have to trust me when I tell you, you've got everything you need to go ahead and make that transformation. Thank you, Mitchell. We're going to make that transformation into the person you want to be, but you also have to show a little patience to go with that. And you're not always the most patient of people, are you, Birdie? Next was, wait a minute, let me go back and look. This isn't showing up real well. Is it Lucy? Lucy, this sweet little Lucy. I was talking about you the other day to a friend of mine. I was relating the experience at the Cadillac bar, which I remember fondly, by the way. So Lucy, experience, wow, okay. The experience at the Cadillac bar was ghost hunting, which is really, he didn't have to hunt very far for him. It turns out it's one of the most haunted spots in San Antonio. Lucy, your first card is the Tower card, girlfriend. Things are about to change for you. I don't know what you're doing, but keep it up, because change is almost always good. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles or Coins, which is about, while things are changing, remember not to go off your financial path. Because, whoa. What is it in your life that is done and over with, Lucy? Something's done and over. You're done, or it's done with you. There's no going back. So, which is sort of like when you start with quick sudden change, and then you move to a financial path, and then there's the it's done. Are you looking for another job or another income stream? Because something's about to be done. It's one of those one door closes, another one's opening. It's going to be quick and quick and I want to say quick and dirty, but that's not, because it's a good thing that's happening, but you're going to have to, oh, okay, there. You're going to have to let go of whatever it is you need to let go of. You're going to have to let it go in a heartbeat and move on. Does that make sense? Robert, that's his name. I forgot his name there for a second. No, I'm not. It's not dealing with Robert at all. That was not Robert. This was about your money. Brenda. Okay, Brenda, you have a brand new path ahead of you. You have an opportunity to cut through. That's the Ace of Swords. You have the opportunity to cut through all the crap that's been holding you back, so that you can. Well, that makes no sense. So that you can ease into that new life. This is a card of rest and taking care of yourself. And you should be able to ease into that new life. New path. Okay? And, okay, everybody's got money tonight. This is a card of generosity, of being able to tithe and to give back to the community, to give to the family. So maybe this is everybody who was having, incredible money luck or money changes showed up tonight. I don't know. So we have that. It's not bad to stop and take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't give to others either. So there you go. Reach. Don't get that one, girlfriend. Oh, you were correct. Sorry. I want to teach my great grandmother, Francesca Lopez, to reach. Here you go. I got it now. Fast before I was born. Okay. Yes, we know. Lucy, relationship with your ex. Why do you want to bother? Hi, Lexi. Welcome. Unless there is a child involved, drop it. Let it go. It's not serving you to do a relationship with your ex. If there is a child involved, then you at least need to remain friends, because if you're not remaining friends, you'll poison the child. Oh, that's what's ending. Okay, got it. See, I didn't even know. Was it? Okay, never mind. I'm too confused. Um, the relationship with your ex should end. Exes are exes for a reason. You're welcome, Brenda. And um, they belong in the past. Under your feet is where exes belong. I need to learn that lesson myself. Clarence, don't do this. Clarence, no. Clarence, go the other way. Sorry. Monster kitty. Yeah, well, then stop thinking about him. Every time he comes to your mind, think about something else. Distract yourself. Go, you don't matter anymore. You don't matter. And move on towards something else. Lexi. Welcome, Brenda's granddaughter. Yes, you can have a reading. Ah, very good. I like it when people confirm that I'm right. um, Lexi. So hopefully this is going well, even without Della. Though I do miss her. Lexi, you have the card, the Six of Swords, which is, I'm getting very stuffy. Is someone in here have a cold? Um, it's this the card of the spiritual journey, the crossing from one state of being to another. Um, they're they're showing me that whatever it is you're going through is starting to speed up. And sometimes you might feel like you're in a whirlwind. The next card is oh wow, okay, the King of Wands. We got a lot of wands tonight. The King of Wands is that you have the energy and the power and the common sense to do what you need to do. So why aren't you doing it? Because, Lexi, this is the Empress. Notice the Empress is pregnant. Notice that she's industrious. She's got love on her side. She's got nice green fields behind her. There's a rabbit in there somewhere. I don't have my glasses on, so it's easier to see here. But anyway, I know, baby. So it's almost like you're really starting to come into your own, if that makes sense. Um, but you're not. Are you taking it, Lexi? I this y'all. Okay, well, okay. How far along are you? Um, now, yeah. Okay, never mind. What I was just gonna say. This is perfect for a pregnancy. Those three cards. Um, I was gonna start to ask you, are you dragging your feet about it? But you don't have a choice. You know, babies come when they come. So, wow. Yes, we discovered that was possible when we were trying to listen, when Della and I were trying to listen to the same person at two different times. It is weird. I don't understand how, 8 weeks and 6 days. That's not a surprise, Lucy. um, Lucy very quickly became I mean, like in an instant, which is obvious that we've had past lives together and quite a connection, or we wouldn't have become almost instant friends. But yes, Lucy's also highly psychic and she knows it. So 8 weeks and 6 days left. You sort of feel like you're dragging your feet. Um, it, but it's all going to be okay. It's going to be scary and it's going to hurt like the bejeebers, but you're going to be okay. And so will I don't know why I want to say daughter. Do you know yet if it's going to be a girl or a boy? Um, yes, when I get off of here tonight, I'll tune in to you, Lucy, and we can either talk on the phone now or later tonight when I get off here, or we can talk tomorrow. Ah, okay. I was going to say it's going to be yes, I can tell you something about orbs. They're round. So you're going to have a great time with your daughter. That's all I have to say. You're going to have a great time. I'm sorry, I'm leaning over to pet the cat at the same time. You know how cats are. Uh, Birdie, orbs. I have several pictures where I have orbs around my throat. Orbs can be angels, they can be different colors. Not all orbs are spirit. Hi, Joyce. Welcome. Not all orbs are angels, not all orbs are spirits. Sometimes they're just light reflections. The perfectly round ones, without any bright spots, are the true orbs. And those tend to be loved ones. You'll see them a lot at weddings and funerals. And because it's the angels, yes, definitely angels. It's also loved ones coming. Oh, thank you, darling. I feel the same way. So when stop it, you're annoying me. When you see them, you don't often get. Della found an orb in a video she was taking of one of the dogs. You'll see them in pictures. You'll see them out of the corner of your eye. Oh God, I have a fan club. I love it. So they can be multicolored. They come and they go. They whiz around. Sometimes when you think you see an orb, it's an insect, but you really need to catch it on film to see it. If it's really an orb or if it was just something flying past you. So orbs are angels. Orbs are loved ones and ancestors from the other side. Orbs can also be fairies, devas, and other little folk like that. Particularly if you have a garden, you'll see them in the garden. That's my sum total about orbs. They don't normally talk to you. They're just there. They're confirmation of presences. So the orbs themselves do not talk. It is just the presence of an entity, an indication of the presence of an entity or a person. Does that make sense, Bertie? Hope I answered your question. I think I've gotten to everybody. Does anybody have anything else? Or does anyone else want a 3-card mini reading? That 10-second lag is excruciating. You can find me and Della, both of us, at some of the holistic, psychic, metaphysical fairs. Oh, okay. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry if I forgot or I missed you. I apologize. Throughout San Antonio. I also read, good. I also read via Skype or on Facebook Messenger, or we can do a private live. Yes, Joyce, I'll get to you right after I get to Darlene. You can always hit us up. Fees are fairly reasonable. Follow up for stuff like this if you just want a little clarification. There's no charge for that. A full-on reading is, the show special readings are $40. And when I'll just stick to the 40 for anyone who has seen us live. For myself, I can't answer for Della. Chances are, yes, but you'd have to ask her. And she needs to see you in person, I believe. All right, so Darlene. Let's pull 3 cards for Darlene. Darlene, you're getting the done and over. You're also getting the 3 of Wands. A lot of Wands tonight. This is about looking forward. If you're in business, you're gonna. how do I put this? You need to look away from yourself. You need to look for something that's, if it's a business related kind of thing, they're not going to walk through your door. You got to go get them. Taking your business into the future. If this is about relationships, you don't have it yet because it's not there. This is the Two of Coins, which is all about balance and maintaining balance. I don't know what this reading is about for you, Darlene, other than I'm wondering if some kind of relationship hasn't either come to an end or about to come to an end. It doesn't have to be a person relationship. It could be a job relationship or a new car relationship. But considering that this is more of a business related type card, it is entirely possible that something's done and over with, whether or not someone stabbed you in the back or you're just seeking something different. But once that door closes, don't even try and go back and open it up. It's some things like that happen in our lives for a reason. Doors close for a reason. You need to stay closed. Does that make sense, Darlene? Okay, and now for Joyce. I believe this is the first time I've seen your name pop up, so thank you for coming, Joyce. Oh gosh. Okay, well that is really cool. I make babies move. Good. I'm glad you do, Darlene. Joyce, this one's for you. This is I did shuffle, I swear to God. This is the spiritual journey card, or traveling over water. Looking for spiritual growth and spiritual transformation. So that we have the Judgment card, which is the phoenix rising from the ashes. Let me see the other part of the story. This is the Two of Wands. Again, Wands. The Two of Wands. This card is specifically about having the world in your hands, yet being firmly rooted in your beliefs, firmly rooted in family, and firmly rooted in a solid foundation. And when you put the three together, what do they tell me? Let's see, we have okay. Whatever it is you did that you thought you screwed up on, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Because someone at work has your excuse me. Someone at work has your back, but you need to take whatever it was as a learning experience. Hey, Julie. So that never happens again. Whether it's someone is trying to do you in or you made some kind of grievous error. We are never, ever, ever too far gone that we can't be redeemed. And for some reason, they're telling me this too. Joyce, never apologize more than once. I don't know why you needed to hear that. I frequently tell myself that because I'm constantly going, I'm really so sorry I did that to you. I didn't mean it. I am so sorry. If somebody is asking you to apologize a second time or expecting a second apology, they're asking you to beg. That's not it. Stand up straight, Joyce. Don't apologize more than once, and know that you are firmly anchored in whatever it is you do. Notice that you really do have the power. You don't have to You have the choice. Okay. You also have the choice to change jobs if you want, because there's probably something else out there that you're vaguely might be aware of. You could choose that, or you could choose to stay where you are. Staying where you are might be a little difficult because I'm getting that, and this, I don't know why I'm getting it. I'm getting that there is someone who's trying to set you up for failure. Just let them go. Because no matter what it is, no matter what mistakes you may have made, they weren't malicious, and you can rise above that. Just put the naysayers and the yuckies behind you. Go for it, because I really think this is a good time to go for it. You might have, uh, it occurred to me that you might be getting a job where you are traveling, um, or yeah, you're traveling. I don't know you, so I don't know what that means exactly, but go for it, because I think you'll do extremely well. Because it could be yes, honey, I know. It could be that it's just done and it's time to move on anyway. So I hope that makes sense to you, Joyce. Sorry, I had a cat claw on my tummy. Get down, get down. Thank you. Um, so, having said all that, does anybody have anything else that they want to ask or to say? That didn't help me at all. Let me see. We're at 8:37. Good. I'm glad. I'm really glad. So I will give everybody like another minute or two to wrap it up or ask their final question. And then an hour and a half. That's not too bad, actually. If the cat hadn't messed up my video. So anyway, we're really thinking about doing a podcast. So especially because this one that I found is just where your podcast resides, and people go and sign up and listen to archives and shows and stuff. And so there's going to be a bigger push this year for Della and myself to get more out there in the public eye, to grow our business, and to continue writing, and continue serving people even more so and better than we have already. And all of you who are watching have been a huge, huge part of our success. And I want to thank you so much for giving us the feedback and the courage and the confidence to go further than we ever have before. And if it wasn't for your kindness thank you, Bertie, thank you, and you're welcome. If it wasn't for your encouragement and your kindness and confirmation that, yes, we're in the right place, doing the right thing, then we probably wouldn't be here now and taking it even further. So thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I love all of you very much. And we'll be back here next Thursday at 7:30. Don't ask me what day that is. I don't have a clue. It's 7 days from now. So until then, call me if you need to, or hit me up on Facebook if you need to. And you can order them on Amazon. Della and I both are on Amazon. The full author name is Edith Mary Stanley for my books. And it's Akashic Records. Yeah, Akashic Records, The Secret You Need to Know. And then the poetry book called Poems for My Soul. And then there's Tarot for the Clueless. Those are the ones I'm really pushing at the moment. Della's books are also on Amazon. Oh, wait a second. Her author name is Della Williamson, which, oddly enough, that's our own name. We don't even have to use a pen name. If you want a signed, personalized copy, just ask. Oh, I'm going to make her watch this. And yes, she's greatly missed. And somebody just told me what I was saying. The cat came up and scared the bejeebers out of me. Oh, if you wanted a signed copy, just contact me. You can pay through PayPal and I'll ship it out. Um, Della's will take a little longer because she's not here. Um, so because you can also buy them directly from us. So that's all the housekeeping stuff that I think I have for everybody. Um, if you need to, just contact me either by phone or on Facebook. Love you all very much, and I will see you next week. And so will Della. Bye bye.